Hey guys, welcome back. So till now we have seen linear queue and circular queue and how to implement both of them using an array. Hope you have understood both the types of queue. Now in this video, let's see linear queue once again, but this time using a linked list. Now the core concept of a linear queue will not change when we are going to implement it using a linked list. It will be same as what we have already seen in case of an array. There will be very small minor differences here and there, which anyways we are going to talk about it in the later part of this video. So let's get started. So creation of a blank queue in a linked list is very simple. We just have to create an object of single linked list, which basically creates a blank head and tail with a default value of null. So we have successfully created a queue in this way. Now if we see the time and space complexity, it is order of 1 for both of them, as we are not using any extra space for this. We are just creating two variables, nothing more than that. Now coming to the next operation, that is in queue. So for that, what we do is, first we create a blank node and then we update the value of that node with our desired value. We update the next pointer of the current node, and then we have two conditions depending on what is the current status of the queue. If the queue is already empty, then we update the tail and point it to node. In case if the queue is not empty, then we update tail's next pointer and then we update the tail pointer. Now let's quickly do a dry run of both of these conditions. So here we have head and tail. So initially both of them are null. So right now the queue is empty. So we'll first see this condition. So let's say if we want to insert number 10 in this queue. So we created a node, inserted a value 10. We'll make node.next is equal to null. We put null over here. Why? Because any node which is newly inserted in a queue always needs to be at the end of the queue. This is because of the FIFO property, first in first out. So we have to put a null over here, indicating that there are no more nodes after this node. Then we say if tail equals to null. Right now it is null, that means the queue is empty. Tail is equal to node. So we link tail with node. So let's say the address of node is 111. So tail will also store 111. By the way, there is a small correction over here. We also have to update head in this case. So we'll say head also points to node. So we'll put 111 here as well. So we have successfully inserted a node in a blank queue. So we are done with case number 1. Now let's see how case 2 will work. So if we want to insert one more node in this queue. So right now this queue is not empty. So it will go in this second case. So again we do the same thing. We create a blank node. Let's say we want to insert 20 here. So we put 20 over here. Next will be null. Why is it null? Because this node will be the last node in the list and hence this needs to be null. Now let's assume that the address of this node is 222. So when we go to case 1, it fails because the queue is not empty. So it goes to the else block. Tail.next is equal to node. So what is tail? Tail is 111. Tail.next is this reference here. We have to update this one and put the address of the current node over here. So we insert 222 here. This will make sure that we have a link between these two nodes. Then we'll say tail is equal to node. So tail will now start pointing to the current node and the existing link between tail and previous node gets disconnected. So after insertion of 20, this is how the queue will look like. Now let's say if you want to insert one more node. So we repeat the same thing, that is we create a blank node. Let's say the address of this new node is 333. We insert some value, let's say 30. Update the next pointer, make it null. Link previous node and the current node. We'll do it this way. So we'll insert 333 over here. And finally we have to update the tail pointer as well. So we will put 333 over here as well. So this will create a link between tail and the last node. So this is how we do a in-queue operation. Now let's quickly see the time and space complexity of this operation. So as you can see, all of these statements over here takes constant time. So total time complexity is order 1. Space complexity is also order 1 because we are just creating one single node, nothing more than that. So that will take order of 1 space. Fine. So that is all about the in-queue operation. In the next video, let's see how we can perform the queue operation. Thanks for your time. See you in the next video.